Donations to the Palestinian Authority have plummeted by 85% over the last 13 years. This is according to a report by the World Bank. And now Israel is set to ask the donor countries to restore payments to Ramallah at a meeting of the Ad Hoc Liaison Committee in Norway this week. The conference involves 15 countries and entities, including the PA. Our correspondent Jody Cohen getting you more.
From January to September 2019, the Palestinians received $480 million in foreign aid, but received only $32.75 million over the same period in 2021. Ramallah's largest donor, the European Union, didn't transfer funds until November 2021 and are unlikely to fully resume aid until 2022 after the approval of the EU budget. Funds have dwindled largely due to the coronavirus pandemic, other aid priorities, and also calls to tighten spending controls to ensure that aid isn't spent on anything supporting hate or terror activities. The PA is facing a financial crisis, and by the end of this year, it may not be able to pay its civil servants. The UN and World Bank have both warned of a looming $1.36 billion deficit. Regional Cooperation Minister Isawi Fridge will represent the new Israeli government at the conference. He is expected to ask countries to restore payments to Ramallah and also to invest specifically in water and health projects. Israel will also present a new electronic VAT initiative that could save the PA 100,000 million shekels each year. The PA will also urge donor countries to pressure Israel to change its policy on tax revenues. Since 2018, Israeli law stipulates that any money the PA spends on paying security prisoners in Israel or the families of Palestinians who have committed terror attacks against Israelis must be deducted from tax revenues. In August, circumventing this law to help ease the PA's financial crisis, Israel announced it would loan 500 million shekels to Ramallah. Israel's regional cooperation minister has suggested that the Palestinian financial crisis is a threat not just to the Palestinians, but to the region as a whole.
The PA is an economic basket case, which for 3 decades has squandered billions of international aid, only to end up with a corrupt kleptocracy in the so-called West Bank and a tyrannical theocracy in Gaza, both totally dependent on the largesse of its alleged oppressor. A classic case of throwing good money after bad.
I'm overlooking Kalkilia in the West Bank, which has a population of over 40,000 and is home to numerous stores and businesses and the PA's only zoo, all of which have been affected by the coronavirus and delay in donor funding. According to sources at the conference, Israel Regional Cooperation Minister Isawi Fridge is set to urge the PA to take advantage of economic benefits, like tourism, being offered by the Abraham Accords, which is an initiative they have so far rejected. Fridge and PA Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh are also expected to hold their first face-to-face meeting. This follows Fridge's meeting with PA President Mahmoud Abbas in October. Time will tell whether this signals a possible thawing of relations between the PA and the new Israeli government. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.